My name is Brett Wilholtz. This is week 5, lesson 4, and today I'm going to be describing distortion. Distortion is basically can either be natural distortion or it can be synthetic distortion or created by a pedal or synthesizer or keyboard or filter in your DAW. But I want to talk about different types of distortion a little bit. Basically, there's two different types of distortion. One is natural distortion or clipping distortion, and then the other one is also synthesized distortion that's designed for guitar players or synth players or keyboard players or bass players, even, to give the sound a little more, give it more edgy, a little bit more aggressive sound. So let me give you the first example first. Okay, let's go into our DAW. We're going to be using Studio One Artist. Okay, and we're now in our DAW, and this is what I'm actually in a different, not the most standard part. This is what it would look like normally. Okay, so that's just your sound signal flow right here. Or not signal flow, I'm sorry. This is your track right here. And then there would be more tracks down if we were going to mix it into an actual song. But right now we're just going to be doing just bass, simply because I'm not ready to record everything else right now. So let's hear the raw sound. And as you see, I have to amplify this quite a bit. It's really not that loud. And even then, I could go a little bit louder over here in our main output. But this is the effect, and this is the main output, or the bass line. Now, I used a pedal originally, but it wasn't quite enough, so I decided to add some effects. So I went through and I added an insert, and I found that the best one is the Ampere, or basically a copy of an amp. So let's see what it sounds like with just one amp. That's dramatically louder and edgier and grittier and dirtier. Now, I kind of like that, but I want it just a little bit more, so let's add a second filter. Now that's dramatically louder, and I'm almost at a point where I'm peaking or clipping. I'm going to push it just a little bit higher, just so you can see what clipping distortion. Now we're clipping, and I could damage my DAW, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit. That looks like it's about line level. And as you can see, all the different levels. My main level is okay, my effects level, and my absolute master level is not peaking, clipping. So I like that. I'm going to leave it the way it is. And that's the difference. But so clipping distortion is what happens in your DAW when you have it too loud. Effective distortion is something that you would add to a guitar, bass, or keyboard to have a more dramatic, aggressive attack on your sound, and much louder. Thank you very much. Have a great one.